Good evening to all of you who have joined in here. We'll be starting the session at 7:05 p.m. So I request you to inform your friends also to join in quickly. Good evening, everyone. Final call. We'll be starting the session at 7:05. So kindly tell your friends to join in quickly. We'll be starting at 7:05. A very good evening to all of you who have joined in here. A warm welcome to all the students, HODs, and professors, and also the faculty members joining us in today. So, on behalf of XLR, I thank you all for taking your time to be a part of the student development program on Gen AI and Agentic AI, which is of 15 days. So, before we begin, let me give you a quick introduction to XLR. XLR was founded by an IIM ISB alumni in the year 2013 and has 8 branches in 5 cities, with its headquarters in Houston, USA. So far, XLR has almost trained 8 lakh plus students and professionals across various domains, catering to individuals, institutions, and also industry. So these are a few of our premium associations. We have include iHub Divya Sampar, Naipunyam Skill AppShare, Task, BFSI, NASCOM, Future Skills Prime, and many more. With over a decade of training in excellence, we have conducted almost 1,000 plus webinars, offered 30 plus technical courses. We have collaborated with 2,000 plus academic partners and worked with 5,000 plus placement partners. We have trained 80,000 plus faculties through the faculty development program and around 8 lakh plus students through the student development program. So till date, we have about 8 lakh 28,853 students who have been participating and 76,577 faculties who have been participating in our everyday learning program. So for today's student development on Gen AI, we have registrations all over India with 5,076, with Maharashtra being the highest with 1,068, followed by Andhra Pradesh with 1,027. We have students joining from different streams such as engineering, MCA, MBA, and also degree. So our everyday learning initiative, it focuses on providing application and industry-oriented learning on trending technologies for free from industry experts with in-depth knowledge on the subjects. The goal is to provide hands-on learning experience, help students and faculty with real-world application, support institutions in meeting NAC and NBA requirements. So you can find the registration link in the chat box also. A learner can click on it to register, or they may also visit the XLR website to complete their registration. Upon successful completion of the program, participants will receive a participation certificate. Additionally, we also collaborate with colleges by signing MOUs to conduct and collaborate for the SDP and the FTP, along with placement readiness drives to support students in their career development. Through the Everyday Learning Program, a learner benefits from 30 plus hours of professional training, assignments and assessments, real world industry use cases, placement preparation sessions, coding challenges and campus recruitment training, a lifetime LMS access, and also certificate of participation once the program gets complete. So you can see here, this is how our LMS dashboard look like. A student or a learner can log in using their username and password that they have received through their mail after registration and access the courses they have enrolled in. So they can also view the courses they have registered for in the past. So far, we have conducted almost 70 plus student development programs through which 8,19,917 students have been participating and 2,000 plus colleges have been participating regularly. These are the few common programs and famous programs in the student development program. We have Advanced Excel, Salesforce, ChatGPT, Generative AI, and Full Stack Development. For the faculty development program, we have delivered almost 600 plus hours with a total of 50 plus faculty development programs. And the total enrollments of faculties were around 2,16,927. And few of the common programs were digital marketing, data analytics, deep learning and AI and Gen AI with industry application. So this is how our student development and the faculty development certificates look like. These certificates will be given to the learners after they register for the program and attend the online classes regularly every single day. It is also important for the learners to mark their attendance in each session so that they are eligible to receive the certificate upon completion. These were a few recent engagements in the past. We have successfully conducted programs at prestigious institutions like IIT Roorkee, where we have conducted training program on data analytics using Minitab. This was at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus, where it was a student initiative where the students approached XLR to conduct Power BI and machine learning at their campus. We also had a skill up program for the final years, which was a 240 plus hours of campus recruitment training with placement assistance that started from Jan 2024 to April 2024 and had covered coding skills, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills. At the end, we also had resume and LinkedIn profile building and also group discussion and personal interview. So this is a participation certificate that was provided to the students upon completion, and it was issued by iHub Divya Sampark, which is a joint initiative of IIT Roorkee and the Government of India's Department of Science and Technology. So where out of 50,000 students, only 5,200 students were eligible for the certificate that was given, and this was based on their attendance and the assignment. So you can see here a few newspaper snippets covering the Skill Up program where we found maximum registration from APSSDC, where around 10,150 engineering students had participated from Andhra Pradesh. So these are a few programs which we had conducted in the month of February, March, and April. So without any further delay, let us move to today's session on Student Development Program on Gen AI and Agentic AI. So it's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed guests for today. We are honored to have our distinguished academicians with us who bring us decades of experience, research excellence, and contributions to education and innovation. Firstly, we have Dr. Lata Raga, who is a principal from Xavier Institute of Engineering, Mumbai. Ma'am has almost 38 plus years of academic experience and a PhD from Jadavpur University. She has research expertise in networks, security, and AI/ML with over 160 research publications in reputed international journals and conferences. She has guided almost 10 PhD scholars and currently mentoring doctoral candidates and actively contributes as a BOS member, LIC member, and a faculty recruitment expert. So, Lata ma'am, we would like to hear a few words from your side.
Thank you, Sheetal, for introducing me. Good evening to all distinguished guests, industry experts, faculty members, organizers from XLR, and dear student participants. It is indeed a privilege to be part of the inaugural session of this student development program on generative AI and agentic AI that is transforming education, industry, and society at an unprecedented pace. On behalf of Xavier's Institute of Engineering, Mumbai, I extend a warm welcome to all participants and stakeholders associated with this national level initiative. Xavier Institute of Engineering established in 2005 and now it is Autonomous Institute affiliated to the University of Mumbai has consistently strived to provide quality technical education while fostering innovation, research, entrepreneurship and industry engagements. At XIE, we strongly believe that academic excellence must be complemented by practical exposure and industry oriented learning. It gives me immense pleasure that this student development program is being conducted as a collaborative initiative between XLR and Xavier Institute of Engineering. Such collaborations are essential in today's rapidly evolving technological landscape as they create meaningful opportunities for students to gain industry insights, acquiring emerging skills, and engage with experts from academia and industry. I congratulate XLR for partnering with XIE in organizing this timely and impactful program that brings together students, academicians, and professionals from across the country to explore one of the most transformative technology in this era. Student development program plays a crucial role in complementing formal education. While academic curricula provide strong theoretical foundation, such programs offer empirical learning opportunities, industry interaction, and exposure to emerging technologies. They help bridge the gap between classroom learning and industry expectations, thereby enhancing students' employability, innovation capability, and readiness for future careers. Today, we are witnessing an unprecedented technological revolution empowered by artificial intelligence. Generative AI has already transformed the way we create content, conduct research, analyze data, and solve complex problems. The next evolution, that is agentic AI. While generative AI creates, agentic AI acts. It is enabling intelligent systems to make autonomous decisions, execute tasks independently, and collaborate effectively with humans. These advancements are not only redefining industries but are also reshaping the future of education, employment, entrepreneurship, and society at large. Recognizing the strategic importance of AI, the Government of India has launched several transformative initiatives under the vision document India's AI Revolution, a roadmap to Vikasit Bharat. Through the India AI mission, the government has committed an investment of rupees 10,300 crore over 5 years to strengthen the nation's AI ecosystem. This includes the establishment of a world-class AI computing infrastructure with 18,693 GPUs, affordable GPUs, access for researchers and startups at just rupees 1,000 per hour. Development of indigenous CPU technologies and expansion of semiconductor manufacturing capabilities through multiple fabrication plants. The government has also established AI centers of excellence in healthcare, agriculture, sustainable cities, and education with an allocation of rupees 500 crores for the Center of Excellence in AI for Education. Additionally, initiatives such as Bharat Jan, Sarvam One, and Bhashini are fostering indigenous AI innovation. These efforts are already yielding remarkable outcomes. As educators, we recognize that higher education must continuously evolve to keep pace with technological transformation. Our responsibility extends beyond imparting technical knowledge. We must nurture critical thinking, creativity, ethical awareness, problem solving abilities, and a spirit of lifelong learning. Programs like this empower students to acquire these competencies while gaining practical insights into cutting edge technologies and industry practices. I encourage all participants to actively engage in these sessions, interact with experts, ask insightful questions, and make the most of these valuable learning opportunities. The knowledge and skill gained through this program can serve as a strong foundation of your academic growth, research endeavors, entrepreneurship, and professional success. I once again express my sincere appreciation to XLR for partnering with Xavier Institute of Engineering in organizing this excellent initiative. I wish all participants a highly productive, engaging, and enriching learning experience. Thank you. Over to you, Sheetal.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for such a informative talk, ma'am. It was a pleasure having you. So next, we have Dr. Altaf O. Mulani, who is a professor and head from SKN Singad College of Engineering, Pune. Sir has been an electronics and telecommunication professor and head with 22 plus years of experience in teaching, academic administration, and research leadership. His expertise in VLSI, embedded systems, and image processing, and he has published around 100 plus research papers and holds 18 UK patents and 2 Indian patents. He serves as an IQAC coordinator and a PG coordinator, also examination coordinator, and actively mentors research scholars and has organized international conferences with Scopus Index proceedings while securing funded research grants. So, Altaf sir, we would like to hear a few words from your end. Altaf sir, are you there?
Shito sir is having some network issue, so he joining and leaving maybe. So because of network issue, he's unable to join.
Okay, so we will move to the next person. We have Dr. Ravi Gujula, who is the Chief of Industry Connect and Skip Development, ICFI Hyderabad. He is a distinguished PhD graduate from IIT Hyderabad in computational fluid dynamics. He blends over 15 plus years of corporate experience with a decade of academic and administrative excellence. He's been a former chairman of the Board of Studies at KL University and a principal in AP. He excels in skill development, establishing centers of excellence and strengthening industry academia collaboration to make graduates industry ready. Dr. Ravi sir, we would like to hear a few words from your end.
Yeah, hi. Very good evening to everyone. Uh, am I audible, Sheetal?
Yes, sir,
Hello?
you're audible, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. So, good evening, everyone. It's a great opportunity once again to see you, connect to you all young dynamic students, and also the faculty and HOD who are attending for today program. And the other panel speakers, Dr. Lata and Dr. Altaf. So it's really a privilege for me and honor to be part of the student development program. And as rightly mentioned, the other speaker, Dr. Lata, the student development programs in collaboration with the industry experts, subject matter experts, the way they deliver the concepts which is entirely different what you learn at a classroom. So in this generative AI and agentic AI, which are need of hour, and everybody is talking about artificial intelligence, how it is going to be change the entire world, and students are very much curious to know about its applications. So in that aspect, I think XLR they curated a very good program So I extend my sincere appreciation to the XLR organizers on providing me an opportunity to interact with the students. I myself, Ravi, on behalf of ICFI group, I'm heading for 11 ICFI universities for skill development and industry verticals, where no, I gained experience from the skill development and from working with the industries. So we used to design the industry demand courses in the classroom and then connecting to the students to make employable or industry ready. The day one deployment, every company they are expecting for productive. So in that aspect, I think this XLR collaborated with ICFI group, and then they are introducing these kind of programs which are essentially required at this juncture. As you know, we are living in one of the most transformative period in human history. Just as the industrial revolution, I think when we are students, we have seen this industrial revolution changed the entire the domain of manufacturing sector. And as you know, the internet revolutionized in the communication domain, how it changes a lot. And now artificial intelligence is now redefining how we learn and how we work, how we innovate, how we are going to solve the problems in the era of artificial intelligence. Today, when we are talking about AI, we are not just discussing the future possibility, right? So we are discussing the present reality, how it is changing the either it's a teaching learning landscape or the business sectors. Some are obsoleting, some businesses are obsolete, and some new businesses are coming up in the AI. For example, let's for example how the DMart, which is evolved last 25 years, but blink it with a less span of time, with a talent of Gen Z category of students, youth like you, how they change it. They achieved their network turnover within a less 4 5 years. They're almost more than uh, revenue generation of DMart. So that's a powerful era on the tools which are available. It's changing the entire business landscape. So the rise of generative AI, here XLR come up with generative AI and agentic AI. It's a very good concepts one has to understand. Over the past few years, everyone is talking about AI. We are not, just using generative AI as captured with a high global attention. The tools such as everybody, you guys are familiar with ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, Copilot, and many other tools demonstrated remarkable capabilities in just generating a text, images, and videos, code, and music, etc. And generative AI is not merely a tool for automation, it becoming a creative partner assistant for human beings. Like in the case of how the content is generated, whatever you give the prompt, how effectively the content is retrieving for based on your prompt, and software development, research and innovation, and the customer engagement, uh, personalized learning, like to track your learning path curves, where you stand after going through certain modules. So what once required, see, once upon a time, to execute a project, a team of specialists can now be initiated the same work with a single individual, empowered with AI tools. That's the power of AI we have seen now. For students, I think in this era, AI era, unprecedented opportunities. AI can act as a tutor and coding assistant, research companion, and to enhance human creativity, that's a critical thinking, and then the problem solving. As I think you guys are already using this generative AI, how it is going to helpful for you in day-to-day activities. Sometimes when you are posting a question, like when you are facing a problem, how it is helping to you. uh, 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 all you guys are well familiar with that. So now when one has to talk about from generative AI to agentic AI. See, while generative AI creates content, but the next major evolution is agentic AI. So, what is this agentic AI? How it is going to be, uh, agentic AI systems that can understand the goals, what's the plan, task to execution, to make a decision, use multiple tools for integrate the workflow and execution of actions autonomously when you give authorization to execute certain workflow tasks and learn from the outcomes. See, in simple terms, generative AI simply you can say that generative AI gives answer. Agentic AI that can perform task. So that's the major difference. Let's, for example, just you give a prompt like asking AI plan a business trip to Australia. Okay, just give a prompt. Then so you can observe a generative AI system can provide you suggestions. Okay, how to go to Australia? Then what are the things in the that gives us suggestions. But agentic AI system that gives like searching a flight, comparative hotel options, scheduling a meeting, then create an itinerary, generate expenses report, and it sends a reminders. So all with happen just with a minimum intervention of human being. So this shift from a transformation generative to intelligent action is expected, redefining the industries over the next decade. A lot of opportunities one can expect, and new opportunities and new innovations that are going to occur in for the next generation with this uh, agentic AI era, like AI agents which are created for each and every task. One can create AI agents and can integrate in a workflow without any human interventions. You can enhance the business process. When many students, when we are interacting with the students, many students are asking the future of their career. But say as a student, you are entering into a world where AI literacy will be an important digital zone where the future employees will increasingly seeking individuals what you are like work effectively with AI systems. So what I'm trying to say here is you need to adapt the AI tools, which is going to be enhance your coding, enhance the problem solving with the coding to enhance their client business. In earlier just software engineer is providing solution to the client problem, but now with this AI you can provide a solution to the client in addition to understand their business, and you are contributing to enhance their business by innovation and research and development. So that's where designing AI driven solutions, building intelligent workflow systems with respect to understand AI ethics and then governance. So the future belongs not only programmers but also like managers and then the lawyers, healthcare and educators and entrepreneurs, like Dr. Lata mentioned about huge opportunities for entrepreneurs. So every domain, just now I mentioned about in manufacturing, healthcare, and aerospace. So like that, etc. Every domain will be influenced by artificial intelligence in this zone. So this question is just no longer will AI affect my career. So like it's a common question for every student and parents nowadays. Will it be my student career will be good for joining in a BTech AI? See, the question is how can I leverage AI to create greater value in my career? That is important. So in that aspect, I request students to go through always to develop a skills like to succeed in AI era. You need to be like the best or understand the AI literacy, the fundamentals of AI, machine learning, then large language models and agentic systems, how it can integrate in any process flow. And always, in AI era or whatever it may be in future quantum era, the problem solving skills are essentially required to solve complex problems. So this this is a very important in any era. And always based on these tools, how you can provide a solution. That's a critical thinking is very important, and the data skills are very important, like data remains like a fuel for AI. Based on the data, AI can, recognizing patterns and then take a decisions and to expect, to do the predictive maintenance. These all are happen based on the data only. So the data skills also very important. And the last skill is ethics and responsibility. See, AI become more powerful. You need to be, ethical considerations to become more important. Responsible AI uses will define the trust leaders of the future. So this is a very important skill. When it comes to the perspective in India, how in India, no, like the infrastructure system, how there is uh, uh, uniquely positioned in the global leader in the case of artificial intelligence. So recently we have seen global AI summit in government of India organized in a big way where many startups based on AI we have seen and then how they evolved, where the government of support is always creating many center of excellencies in artificial intelligence and quantum computing in across the pan India to empower students to create knowledge ecosystems. So government of India is already doing, need not to worry about the future job or placements. So, and also India is positioned globally in one of the world's largest talent pool, what we have in the ecosystem of IITs, NITs, and then software development technology parks. So the strong digital infrastructure, what we have already, and then the progressive government initiatives and rapidly growing AI adoption in across all the domains, starting from aerospace to manufacturing and healthcare domains. Then come to the next generation of AI innovators. There is a huge opportunities based on these AI tools. One can create new systems, new business models to become a good researcher in future entrepreneur and also the policy makers. So I think this kind of program with XLR initiated with industry experts. I think the trainer is going to be uh, discuss with you with various examples how Gen AI works and agentic AI works. So in that aspect, I request all the students to active participation to use this program just not only for a training opportunity, but it is going to be a launchpad innovation for you to explore new innovations based on this agentic AI. And don't be a passive learner. Be active and interactive to based on this agentic AI. Try to, once you are strong in fundamentals of agentic AI, going through this program 15 days, you need to be, create a problem statement and then to build a projects where in building a projects or solving a problem that gives you a lot of experience and joy for you as a student. So in conclusion, I think I'll say with a student perspective, um, in regular class, this is entirely different and learning new things. I think every student having a lot of enthusiasm to see what is the applications, how I can build with agentic AI and agentic AI and Gen AI. So I'm confident that the knowledge, insights, and hands-on experience you are going to gain to empower you to thrive in a rapidly evolving digital economy. So I request the trainer to fulfill the enthusiasm and then expectations from the students effectively and more asking questions and then interactive sessions with all the students. So I wish all the participants highly engaging, productive, and inspiring learning journey for next 15 days. And I appreciate the program designed by the XLR to introduce for this everyday learning 7 to 9 p.m. for the students. That too, particularly in the summer, you guys are, happily without any stress, tension, you can go through this program effectively. You can learn more fundamentals. Thank you very much for giving an opportunity, Seetal, and wish you all the best for next 15 days. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your talk was both insightful and also inspiring. And I'm sure the students have picked up a lot of points from your side and a meaningful takeaway. So, next, we have the subject matter expert for the day, Dr. Sangeeta M. who is a trainer and a founder at CEO of Skills Incorporation, delivering impactful training programs, workshops, and internships across multiple domains. Her experience on proven track record as a technical trainer, SME, and consultant across academia and industry, training students and professionals in programming and soft skills. She has a strong foundation in Python, Java, C, C++, .NET, SQL, AI/ML, Power BI, and RPA, backed by Microsoft, Cisco, and global certification. Sangeeta ma'am, we would like to hear a few words from you. And then after the LMS, you can take over the session.
Thank you, ma'am. So, good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all the students, faculty members, distinguished guests, and the XLRT. It is a privilege to be a part of the student development program on generative AI and agentic AI. We are living in an era where artificial intelligence is transforming the way we learn, work, communicate, and innovate. The technologies that once seemed futuristic are now becoming an integral part of our daily lives. So, generative AI has revolutions content creation, problem solving, software development, education, healthcare, and numerous other industries. Today, AI systems can generate text, images, code, videos, and insights that significantly enhance human productivity and creativity. The next evolution, agentic AI, goes a step further by enabling AI systems to make decisions, plan actions, and perform tasks automatically to achieve specific goals. For students, understanding these technologies is no longer optional, it is becoming an essential skill for future careers. Organizations across industries are actively seeking professionals who can effectively leverage AI tools to improve efficiency, drive innovation, and solve complex business challenges. So, programs like this student development program play a vital role in bridging the gap between academic learning and industry expectations. Over the next 15 days, so participants will gain practical exposure to AI concepts, tools, applications, prompt engineering, and real world use case that will help them become future ready professionals. I encourage every participant to actively engage in the sessions, ask questions, experiment with the tools, and explore the possibilities that AI refers. The more you practice, the more value you will derive from this learning journey. I would like to thank XLR for organizing this initiative and providing students across India with an excellent platform to learn emerging technologies. Such industry oriented programs contribute significantly to building a skilled workforce for the future. I wish all the participants a successful and enriching learning experience. May this program inspire you to explore, innovate, and leverage AI responsibly to create meaningful impact in your academic and professional journey. Thank you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, ma'am, for this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. We are really looking forward to an engaging and a very interesting session from your end. Before that, I would like to invite now Mr. Amar Shivate to walk us through the LMS.
Yeah, thank you, Sheetal. So, dear participants, once again, very good evening. As I'm going through the chat box, there are lots of queries regarding the attendance, certification, how sessions will run on daily basis, about the link registration link. So, dear writing minds, I'm here for that only. So, I will take 5 to 7 minutes of your time and I will cover all of your queries. Okay, so as a day one, on day one itself, we'll cover all the queries. So, next 14 days will be a smooth journey. So, please listen carefully. Okay, so if you are able to hear me clearly, if my voice is loud and clear, Can you please confirm into the chat box, or else you can raise your hands as well. So let me share my screen. Zoom and YouTube participants. I'm seeing, I'm watching all the chat. Okay. So please be interactive. Okay. Whatever the yes, guys. See, whatever the query or question you have to keep posting into the chat box. Let it be over the Zoom or YouTube. All clear? We're good to start. Okay, fine. Yes, registration link will be shared after the KT session. So, dear participants, what is the LMS? LMS is known as a learning management system, and it's XLR e-portal to provide you the entire study material of this course. Not only this course, but the future courses, whatever the courses were done into the past, okay, under the EDL. So EDL stands for everyday learning, means every day we have some new initiatives, right? New programs such as Agentic AI, digital marketing, or full stack. Such ways we have a program which are always live or up onto our registration page. We'll share that. But to get the LMS access, registration is important. Those who registered, they receive an email. They already signed in as well. If not, they received an email if they not signed in. Yes, I'm here to walk you through that only. So after your successful registration, you will be receiving two emails from our side if you're first time user of XLR. The first email that you have to check, that is LMS portal account details by XLR. In that, the three things which you have to focus: portal link, that is nothing but a LMS URL. So in our daily life, we use the different websites such as Flipkart, right? Amazon, Naukri, LinkedIn. Yes. So whenever we are searching Amazon, we'll get like Amazon.com. We'll click on that. We'll find the website. We will search there, right? Likewise, the XLR LMS URL is mylearning.xlr.com. And your username is nothing but your mail ID, and password you will find the system generated password. But once after the first sign in, you can update that password and you can use the password. You can update the password whatever you want, and from next time onwards you must use the new password. So now this is the very important email. By using this, I can easily log in. And second email you will find as a confirmation email that on your LMS dashboard, we added you this course successfully. That is SDP on Gen AI and Agentic AI. Okay. If somebody is saying that I have LMS, but I don't have any course, then your registration is not successful. So please make sure your registration is successful. Okay. If not, you can do a re-registration for the same. Or while doing the registration, make sure that you are using the correct mail ID. Okay. Sometimes we'll do some mistake, then we'll not get the clarification. Clear on the emails? Suppose any of you are already part of any of our previous program, right? So you receive one email only, that is welcome email, but I'm not remembering the password. So what I can do? Yes, so we can forget the password and we can proceed further. Lavanya over the YouTube, please wait, I will explain about the attendance too. So now let me reshare my screen and I will open my browser. So what is the LMS URL? Are you with me, guys? mylearning.xla.com login page. We have to go there. So once I click on this URL, I will land here on the login page and I have to provide my details. Okay, you can check here username, that is the email address, and a system generated password. Okay, so you can provide the details and click on a sign in. Suppose if you are adding some details and if you're missing on something, if you're selecting any extra space while copy pasting the password, so it will give you the error that something is wrong. So please make sure that you are providing your details successfully. Suppose if you receive only welcome email because you already enrolled for any another previous program, so in that scenario you can utilize the forgot your password option, set a new password and follow the same steps. So I have my details with me. I will click on sign in. What next? It will take me through the dashboard. Okay, So it will take me to the dashboard. So now here you can check. I am able to see the couple of options that back to homepage, community, leaderboard, dashboard, purchase history. I have help button and here I have profile option. So first of all, let me walk you through the profile. If I click on a profile, here I am able to see as my mail ID sign in as a dashboard, settings and logout. The important thing that is settings. So as I said that a system generated password that is a little bit lengthy or it's always difficult to copy and paste a bigger password. Keep in mind if we miss a mail difficult, it's always difficult, right? To keep in mind the lengthy password. So whatever password you want, you can just update the password here. Type the new password here. Again, type the here in the confirm new password. Click on update password and you can utilize that password from the next time onwards. All clear with the updating the password? Suppose if you're on a home page here, you are able to see a couple of courses like App Chaperone, short-term internship, NASCOM e-learning, SWAYAM plus e-learning, which you can go through the later. Like these are the some credit-based courses. But suppose if you are here on this page, click on the profile and go to the dashboard. Okay, dashboard is something which is important part because today you receive a link to join the session, right? You received one email in that Zoom link, YouTube link was there. As per your convenience, you join, right? But here, here you can see on my dashboard, I have live session today pop up. In that, I have SDP on Gen AI Agentic AI day 1, right? If I click on that, I will find the two options. I can join via Zoom, but if you are unable to join via Zoom because of some network issue or if the Zoom capture is going to reach, we are live on YouTube as well. Okay, so you can click on YouTube and you can join there as well. It's live. Okay, so whatever the queries or question you have, you can keep posting the chat box. Our team will take it up. And for the YouTube participants, one more announcement. If you subscribe to the channel, then daily at 6:30, our sessions times are 7 to 9. 6:30, you will be getting the notification too that it's session time, you should join the session. Okay, this is clear? Clear on the joining the sessions? Before starting, if I'm getting the queries about the certificates, what I can say, but yes, I will explain that. So please just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. We're going to the next part. Okay, here one more part, you will click on the mark as a present. It will not mark your presentee. For presentee, okay, for presentee there is a different way where you will get the link. You have to mark your attendance. So let's go through that part only. So below the live session today, you have one option that is enroll courses. You can check here on my dashboard, there are 140 enroll courses. On your dashboard, it might be 1 or is 2 or is 3, whatever the courses you enroll that are available here. Okay, you can check here. I will open the enroll course and you will find the details. In the curriculum, first of all, you will find the agenda. So in the agenda, you will get to know that, okay, so next 15 days, what actually we are going to learn. A day-wise structured agenda is available here. Then attendance and feedback link. Okay, so now coming to the attendance and feedback link, dear participants, those who are asking me the query about attendance or certification, how we can mark the attendance, for all of them, once again, listen me carefully. Attendance link will be active only for a 1 hour, that is 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for that similar day. No one is going to ask that say tomorrow. Okay, so on day 2 you will ask the attendance for day 1. It's not make sense, right? Today is today only. We are not able to go in the past or future. So today's attendance will be closed today only. Okay. Next thing, 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate of participation. Okay. Third thing, the attendance link. Now I know that counter question you will ask me that I'm not having the LMS access. Sir, I just joined the session. I got the link. I'm interested. I will do a registration tomorrow or after some time or after a class. No need to worry. Sharp at 8:30, the Zoom and YouTube participants, you will be receiving the link in the chat box, or the Zoom in the chat box, or the YouTube in a live chat. Before 8:30, please don't start spamming that attendance. It will create a disturbance and it will disturb you guys only. Okay. So please wait till 8:30, you will get the link. Okay. After that, make sure you are using the one single email ID to fill out the form every day. Clear? Okay. And somebody's asked me that when will receive the certificate. So first complete the course with the 60% of attendance. After completion of the course, if your attendance is going to meet that criteria of 610 more than 60, you will be receiving a certificate via your mail ID within 8 to 15 working days. Clear? I hope it's clear. Then next, that is a live session that I already explained how you can join. Then session recording, yes, sessions recordings will be available here day wise, day 1 up to day 15, and reading material too. Whatever the important material which you can utilize as a study material, yes, that will be available on the LMS platform. So this is how you can access the LMS portal and utilize on a daily basis to join the session, to watch the recording, to get the material, to access the attendance, everything you can do over the platform. If you're not registered, I will be sharing the registration link within 1 or 2 minutes. You can complete your registration. By tomorrow, you will be also getting the LMS access. Okay. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for listening and happy learning with Explore. Sheetal, over to you.
Thank you, Amar. So now I would like to hand over the session to our subject matter expert for the day, Dr. Sangeeta ma'am. You can start with the session, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So once again, good evening all. Let me share the screen now. Okay. So today we are going to see the introduction about generative AI. So before starting to know what is generative AI, so I have some few questions. It's like a ice-breaking questions, but I want your reply in the chat box. Okay. The first question: how many of you have used ChatGPT? How many of you have used ChatGPT? Give your answers in the chat box. Okay. Okay, all are giving the thumbs up symbol. So, oh, no problem. Okay. Okay. So next, have you used Siri, Alexa, or Google Assistant? Use your chat box. Okay, you're all very familiar with that. Okay, fine. I'm seeing a lot of reply in the chat box. Fine. And one more question. Have you received recommendations from Netflix or YouTube? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay, fine. Good. So I'm getting so many replies. Good. Okay. So now one more question. Explain the most people already use AI in every day without realizing it. You understand the question? If you want, I post it in the chat box. See, what are all the AI you are using, but you are using it in your day to day life, but with unknowingly you are using it. Can you tell the few AI names? I have posted the question in the chat box. Explain the most people already use AI every day without realizing it. Okay, one answer I get from Ashika. So Gemini, Chat GPT, okay, Siri, Claude AI. I'm getting so many answers. AI through Google, Claude. Is it so? Other than that, people are using the AI regularly, but they don't know. Unknowingly, they are using the AI regularly. Other than this, any other answers? Any real life application? People are using that app, AI every day. Just think it. You are using it every day. Shall I give the clue? Okay, Perplexity, Meta AI, Anti Gravity, Zira, Gamma, Phone Pay. Okay, I got the answer from Shreya. She answered Netflix, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Google Maps. Very good. So most of the people, I mean, Sharmila and Azam have answered for Google Maps. Very good. Okay. Any other answers? Voice assistants. Okay, let me tell you one by one. Google Maps, YouTube recommendations, Netflix suggestions, face unlock in mobile phones, Chat GPT. So these are all some few examples. If you want, I just give all these answers in the chat box. Check it out. Can you see here? Google Maps, YouTube recommendations, Netflix suggestions, face unlock in mobile phones, Chat GPT. So these are all some few real life applications. We are using it every day to day life. Okay. Fine. So before entering into to know what is generative AI, so before that, you need to know about what is AI. I mean, understand the concept of artificial intelligence. So differentiate AI, machine learning, and deep learning. Understand generative AI fundamentals. Identify AI applications in daily life and industry. Interact with AI tools effectively. Okay, so we need to understand all these things before going to the introduction of generative AI. Okay, let us see what is artificial intelligence and types of AI. AI, ML, and deep learning difference. Then introduction to generative AI. So real world AI applications. So we see each and every topic one by one. Okay, let me share the screen now. Okay, fine. I hope my screen is visible for you. Okay. So first to know what is AI. So what is artificial intelligence? So that is the first thing we are going to do. What is artificial intelligence? So what is that? So the artificial intelligence, we shortly call it as AI, is the ability of machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Okay. So AI is the ability of machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Oh, okay. Okay, what are all the tasks it include? Okay. So these tasks it in see. Let's see what are all the tasks it include. We already said ability of machines to perform task. Let us see what are all the tasks it include. Task include or okay. The first task is learning. A second is problem solving. And third is decision making. And fourth is understanding language. So fifth is recognizing images. Okay. So simply, uh, we can say AI is making machines to think and act intelligently. So in simple terms, you can say AI is making machines think and act intelligently. Okay, fine. So now you understand what is AI. So AI is the ability of machines, okay, to perform tasks, okay, that require human intelligence. See what are all the tasks. So the tasks like learning, problem solving, decision making, understanding language, so recognizing images. So you understand what is AI. Okay, let us first you need to know what is human intelligence and what is artificial intelligence. We need to know the difference of human intelligence and artificial intelligence. So human intelligence versus artificial intelligence. Okay, let us see. So in human intelligence, it learns from experience, learns from experience. But in artificial intelligence, it learns from data. Learns from data. Okay. Okay. So that is the first point. In human intelligence, so human intelligence learn from experience and artificial intelligence learns from data. And secondly, the human, I mean human have the emotions, right? So I give it has emotions. And here AI doesn't have any emotions. So I give no emotions. Okay. And the third point is can reason naturally. So the reasoning ability is a natural one in case of human intelligence. But in case of artificial intelligence, it uses algorithms. Okay. And the last point is it can adapt easily. Okay, can adapt easily. But in case of missions, it needs training. Okay. It needs training. Okay. So that is the difference between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. Okay. Let us see some everyday AI examples. Everyday AI examples. We see in case of smartphone. Okay. In smartphones, so what is the AI we are using in the smartphone? First one is face recognition. So face recognition, and second, we can go with voice assistant. Okay, fine. So second, so this application, these two application, I have given under the smartphone. Okay. So next, in case of shopping, in case of shopping, I could say for Amazon recommendation. Okay. Next, in case of banking, okay. So in banking, we use AI for fraud detection. Next, we see it in education. So in education, we use for AI tutors. And last, we are going to see in healthcare. In healthcare, we are using for disease prediction. Okay. So now you have a question. Okay. The question is this: if your mission can recognize your face and unlock your phone, is that AI? I need the answers in the chat box. Okay, I'm getting answers. Yes. Okay. Some of you telling for no. So once again, I repeat the question. If your mission can recognize your face and unlock your phone, is that AI? Okay, many people are telling for us. Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. I already give this application, right? I already gave this application. See it here. Under the smartphone, I set for face recognition and voice assistant. And here too, my question is: if a mission can recognize your face and unlock your phone, okay. Some of you have the face verification in your phone, or some of you can have the pattern to unlock your phone, right? So both the phone will do, except for the both, I mean, like face verification as well as patterns. So this is AI. The answer is yes. Okay. You understand this? Okay, you understand? We saw for what is AI, what are all the, what is AI? So AI is the ability of machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. The tasks include or learning, problem solving, decision making, understanding language, recognizing images. I'm sorry. AI is making machines think and act intelligently. What is a let and we saw for um, a difference between human intelligence versus artificial intelligence. So human intelligence learn from experience, but AI learns from data. The human intelligence has emotions and AI has no emotions. The human intelligence can reason naturally, but in case of AI, it uses algorithms. The human intelligence can adapt easily, but AI is the mission, right? So it needs the training. So the mission needs the training. Okay. So let us see what are all the everyday AI examples. The first one is smartphone. So we are using face recognition and voice assistant in smartphone. One example I have given. So Amazon recommendations in case of shopping. The AI we are using in banking for fraud detection. In education, we are using AI tutors. In healthcare, we are using AI for disease prediction. Okay. I hope you understand this. Okay. Fine. Let us see the types of AI quickly. See, can you tell what are all the types of AI? What are all the types of AI? The first type is narrow AI, right? First one we say as narrow AI. So, narrow AI is otherwise called as what? It is called as weak AI. Okay. And so this narrow AI designed only for one, one specific task. Okay. Designed for one specific task. And some of the examples for this are Chat GPT and Google Translate, Siri, Alexa. So these are all some examples of narrow AI. Okay. Okay. So these are all the examples of narrow AI. And second type of AI is general AI. So we say this as general AI, or else we can say for strong AI. Okay. So it can perform any intellectual task as human can do. Okay. So it can perform any intellectual task human can do. Okay. So for this, there is no example, does not exist it. There is no example for this. Okay. It is a future goal of AI. It is under research. Okay. And third type of AI is super AI. Okay. So this AI surpasses human intelligence. Surpasses human intelligence. Okay. For example, it can seen only in movies. It can be seen only in movies, not in real life. Okay. Fine. Okay, fine. So now I hope you understand what are all the types of AI. Okay, fine. Let us come to generative AI. So generative AI creates new content based on user instructions. So it can generate for text, images, audio, video, code, and everything else. Let come again to the PPT. So we started from this slide. So to start this, so we need to know what is AI. So what are all the applications of AI? So what is human intelligence and what is AI? I mean human versus AI, intelligence of human and AI. And we saw what are all the real life applications of it, as well as we saw what are all the types of AI. So we need the basic understanding of this AI. So now we enter into it and a generative AI. What is this generative AI? So large language models. So we know about ChatGPT, we know Google Gemini, Meta Llama. So okay. So this ChatGPT is an AI assistant that helps users learn, create, solve problems, and complete tasks through natural conversations. The founder of ChatGPT, the ChatGPT was developed by OpenAI. Okay, the uses of ChatGPT are to answer and explain concepts, so generate content like emails, reports, blogs, and posts, assist with coding and debugging, and summarize documents and research. Uh, ChatGPT can create presentations and lesson plans. So it can translate and improve the text, support learning and skill development, automate routine tasks, provide personalized recommendation and guidance. In short, ChatGPT helps users learn, create, analyze, and work more efficiently. Okay. Then come to Google Gemini. So what is Google? What is Gemini? So Google Gemini is a Google AI assistant and large language model designed to help with writing, coding, research, learning, and content creation. Okay, and the uses of this Google Gemini are answering questions and provide informations, generate text, emails, and reports, assist with coding and debugging, summarize documents and websites, create images and content, analyze text, images, audio, and video, integrate with Google services like Gmail, Docs, and Drive. And this Google Gemini, developed by Google DeepMind, it is a division of Google. It was launched in the year of 2023. Okay. And the last, Meta Llama. Have you seen this Meta anywhere? It is a Facebook company, right? So, what is Llama? The Llama is large language model meta AI. Okay. Large language model meta AI. Okay. So, Llama is a family of AI models developed by Meta for tasks such as text generation, coding, reasoning, and conversational AI. The uses of Meta Llama are chatbots and virtual assistants, content generation, code generation and debugging, research and summarization, AI application development, language translation. So it was developed by Meta AI. Uh, Let us see the key features of Llama. Llama models are available for researchers and developers to build and customize AI powered applications. I'm sorry. The first Llama model was released by Meta in the year 2023. I hope you understand. So these are all some few applications. Examples of generative AI. So I have shown for 3 applications. So ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Meta Llama. Do you have any doubts in this? Doubts in this slide? You understand this? Okay, fine. Good. Let's move on to the next slide. Next, we are going to see what is generative AI. So generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates, okay, so that can create new content. You have to remember, generative AI means it is not like traditional AI. It will not bring what you have stored. Okay, it will always create a new content. So if it is generative, If someone is asking for generative AI, you have to remember it will generate some new content. So that is the main point. Okay. So generative is AI is a type of artificial intelligence. So that can create new content. So what are all the content it will create? It can create for text or images or audio, video, code, and presentations based on user instructions. User instructions means user input or prompt, whatever you give in the chat GPT or Google Gemini or Perplexity, whatever it is. So whatever input you are giving, whatever request you are giving to the, you are giving your request as the prompt, okay, or else we can say that as an input or instructions, anything else. Okay, so generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can create new content such as text, images, audio, video, code, and presentations based on user instructions called prompts. Unlike traditional, which mainly analyzes data and makes predictions, generative AI can generate original content that resembles human created work. For example, tools like ChatGPT can create articles, answer questions, generate code, and create summaries. AI image generators can create pictures from text descriptions, while other AI tools can generate videos, music, and presentation. Generative AI is being used across many industries, including education, healthcare, banking, marketing, and software development. It helps improve productivity, automate repetitive tasks, support creativity, and assist in decision making. The power of generative AI lies in its ability to understand human language and produce meaningful outputs quickly and efficiently. In simple terms, generative AI is technology that can create new content based on what user ask it to do it. Okay. So let us see some of the examples of generative AI. Text generation, I mean chat GPT for text generation, Google Gemini, AI image generators for image generation, AI coding assistant, I mean code generation, okay, for video generation, AI video creation tools. So now you understand what is generative AI. Do you understand? Do you have any questions in this slide? Is it clear for you? Any doubts? Okay. Okay, okay, fine. I'm getting so many replies in the chat box. Okay. Okay, we move to the next slide. Let us understand what a generative model does. Okay. Hmm. Okay, just have a look at to the slide and try to understand what it is. Then I will explain you. Have a look on this. Okay, let us understand what a generative model does. So in this diagram, the user asks a question. Okay, so this is the thing. The user asks a question. And the generative AI model process that input and generates a response. Okay. Unlike traditional systems that simply retrieve the stored answers. Suppose you are searching, you are giving some prompt in the Google, right? What the Google will do? It will bring the stored answers. So whatever, suppose you are searching for some picture of lion in the Google, okay, it will bring you lot of images of lion, okay, but all the images are already stored in the database. It was already stored. The Google will retrieve the stored data and it will respond to you, okay. You have to understand, okay. So that type is not somewhat a traditional system. So unlike the traditional system that simply retrieves stored answers, a generative model creates the new response based on patterns learned from large amounts of data. Okay. It understands the context of the question and generates human like answers. For example, if we ask what is artificial intelligence, it does not search for the fixed answers. Instead, it generates a relevant response based on its training. Okay, suppose if I'm asking for what is AI, artificial intelligence, it does not search for the fixed answers. Instead, it generates the, see here, it is generated. So, whatever response we are getting is a generated output. It generates a relevant response based on its training. In simple terms, a generative model takes an input or prompt. Okay. So it takes input or prompt and produces a meaningful output such as text or images, code, audio, or video. Okay. It can be a text. So the generated output can be a text or image or code or audio or video. Okay. I hope you understand this model, how the generative model works. I hope you understand. Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Just have a look on the slide. All LLM or Gen AI. Yes, ma. Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Why generative models are important? So, generative models are important because generative models are becoming essential because they can learn complex patterns from large amounts of data instead of simply storing information. They understand relationships, content, and structures within the data. Okay, so that is the first point. Let us see what is this. The first point is, see, I have listed 3 points why generative models are important. For that, I have listed 3 points. The first one is it understands complex patterns from data. Second, content generation. Third, it build powerful application. Let come for the first one. The first reason is understanding complex patterns. So generative AI can analyze huge data sets and discover patterns that may be difficult for humans to identify. This helps organizations make better decisions and predictions. And second reason is content generation. So generative model can create text, images, videos, audio, and even computer code. This significantly reduces the time and effort required to produce content. And third reason is building powerful applications. Many modern AI applications, such as ChatGPT, virtual assistants, image generation, generators, recommendation system, and intelligent automation tools, are powered by generative model. In simple terms, generative model help missions learn from data, create new content, and power innovative AI applications across industries. So the real world examples are in education, generates study material and quizzes. In healthcare, it assists in medical research and documentation. In marketing, it creates advertisements and social media content. In software development, it generate and review code. Okay, you understand this slide? So here this slide explains why generative model are important. You understand this slide? Okay. And here, where generative AI exists. See, we have one bigger circle, right? This diagram shows where AI fits within the border field of artificial intelligence. See, at the outermost level, we have for the artificial intelligence, which is the science of creating missions so that can perform tasks requiring human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, and decision making. So, inside the artificial intelligence, the next layer is a machine learning. We can say ML is a AI is a subset of ML. So we can say like that. See, wait a minute. So inside AI, machine learning. So machine learning is a, so see, can you can see it here, a subset of AI. Okay, ML is a subset of AI. So machine learning enables computers to learn from data and improve their performance without explicitly programmed for every task. Okay, so that is about machine learning. And here the next layer is a deep learning. Okay, so deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Okay, it is again the inner layer it is. So deep learning uses multi-layered neural networks inspired by the human brain. These networks can process large amounts of data and identify complex patterns. Okay, large, I mean, these networks can process large amount of data and identify complex patterns. And finally, again one layer is here. Finally, inside the deep learning, we have generative AI. Generative AI is a specialized in creating new content. It can generate text, images, videos, music, code, and much more based on user prompts. Okay. So therefore, generative AI is not separate from AI. It is specialized area that evolved from deep learning and machine learning technologies. You understand this slide? Just have a look on it. Have a look on it. Just see that slide, you will understand. Have a look on it. Okay, just go to the next slide. So this is the differentiation between the discriminative model and generative model. Okay. So this is the discriminative model and this is the generative model. So I just tell the difference. So discriminative model identifies and classifies the data. Okay. It learns, instead generative model creates new data or content. Okay. In discriminative model, it learn the difference between categories. Okay. For example, I have given two images and I'm training the model. Okay. Output is it has to identify which one is cat and which one is dog. Okay. It has to identify. Before that, I'm giving the input data to train the model. After that, it is producing the output. Okay. So this type of model is a discriminative model. Okay. It learns the decision boundary between classes to classify the input data. Okay, fine. And in the generative model, it creates a new data. Okay. It learns from patterns from the existing data and it creates the new data. And you can understand from all this text. So classifies input. Okay. So it classifies input into predefined categories. But here the purpose of generative model is it creates new and realistic data. Here data required is it will be, I mean, this discriminative model will be working on labeled training data, but here generative model work with unlabeled data. Okay. For example, cat versus dog, spam versus not spam, sentiment analysis, disease prediction. Like this discriminative model is like categorical. Like categorical means yes or no, true or false, male or female. Okay, pass or fail. Uh, like this. Okay, so this we call it as categorical. Okay, but here in case of generative model, the examples are image generation, text generation, music generation, video generation, etc. Okay, and how it works in discriminative model, it focus on learning decision boundary, like probability of label given input, like it will work. Sorry, focus on learning decision boundary. Okay, but in this case, it is like data distribution. Okay, the use cases are used for recognition and classification tasks, and here the use cases are it is used for content creation and data generation. So that is the, see, in machine learning we have two different approaches. One is discriminative model and another is generative model. So that's the difference between discriminative model and generative model. Have a look at this. Have a look at this, ma. Try to understand this. Yes, it will do. It will compare two objects. Take some few minutes and try to understand this. So day 1 attendance is given here. Without fail, fill the attendance. The attendance link is given in the chat box. One more example they have given for discriminative and generative model. Another example. Here, in the discriminative model, we have taken the music data, okay, types of music. So using this input data, we are training the model, and this model is going to identify what type of music it is. Suppose you are giving the one music, so it is because the model is already the trained one. So whatever music you are giving, it is going to identify whether it is a rocking music or classical music or romantic music. So it will learn the decision boundary between classes and predict the label. It is like prediction, it is predicting it. But in the generative model, you are giving one input, okay? So this generative model, it learns patterns and create the new music, okay, with whatever you want. Like if you want melody or new song or new background music or any AI composed music, whatever you want, it will generate, okay? So that is the difference between discriminative model and generative model. This is one more example. Here I have given the example of cat image and dog image, right? But here I have given one more example. I mean, using the example of music. Okay, I have taken the example of music. I mean, type of music and music patterns to show the difference between discriminative and generative model. And here I have given the purposes also. I mean, purpose, data requirement, example, answers, focus. So you can compare it. Just go through it. This is one more example. Okay, well, how about the today's session? Can you give the reply in the chat box? You understand the today's session? Am I going fast or is it okay? Today we saw for what is generative AI. Very nice, ma'am. Good, ma'am. Good, understood. Okay, thank you. Understood everything. Amazing. Easily. Good explanation, ma'am, and easily understandable. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Okay, you're not going fast. Thank you. Thank you, Akshay Gupta. Okay, fine. Thank you, Sharmila. Okay, fine. Thank you for today's session. Okay. Thank you. Okay, fine. Okay. So today is the first session. So we saw the introduction about AI, types of AI, generative AI, and what is the difference between uh, discriminative AI and generative AI. What is ChatGPT, Google Gemini? So we saw all the difference, right? Fine. So I hope today is like an introduction session. I hope you all understand it. Thank you all for making the session very interactive. I can see so many replies in the chat box. Okay, fine. So without fail, please fill the attendance, ma. So thank you all for joining. Amar sir.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir.
Written for the day, right? Okay, so thank you so much, ma'am. So, dear students, I already shared the attendance link. I hope everybody marked the attendance and shared your valuable feedback. Thank you so much for making the day one successful. And with the same enthusiasm, with the same energy, let's meet tomorrow sharp at 7 o'clock. Till the time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and happy learning with Excel. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.